Run VT.
Now available from Paramount Home Video. Indiana Jones returns. And this time, he's bringing his dad.
Junior? Don't call me that, please.
They don't go looking for adventure.
Germany has declared war on the Jones boys.
It just runs in the family.
Dr. Jones. Yes?
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
I like Indiana. We named the dog Indiana.
And look for the Indiana Jones Diet Coke $6 rebate offer. Details at participating stores.
While you're up, would you get me a soft drink?
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
You must choose. Choose wisely.
Discover real cola taste with just 1 calorie. Diet Coke.
You have chosen wisely.
That Indiana is...
Discover the 1 calorie real cola taste worth leaving Pepsi for. Diet Coke.
Coming from Paramount, take a car, a tank,
Hang on, Dad!
or even a plane.
Nice landing. Thanks.
But get to your video store and order today. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Come on, Dad.
Well, there we go. That's an intro and a half. Can everyone hear me all right before I start whittering on? But I will say, good evening. Let me turn that one off. Right, Nicholas is here. Good evening, Nicholas. Good evening, GJ 5022. Hello. The best of the Indiana Jones sequels. Huh? Yeah, I'll agree with that. I saw this in the movies at 1989. I was 13. Robot voice again. Is he taking the piss? Or am I speaking like a robot? But I'm going to start the film because it's got a very long intro. So here we go. 2 hours and 6 minutes of Indiana Jones. So yes, American commercials. We never got such things on our tapes. There's Pugwell. Check out his video of people choosing their favorite horror films, which is on VTTV right now. AJ, great. I've just realized, where's my VHS tapes? Oh, there it is. Great film, lazy editing. Wow, there's a discussion for another day. It is the last Indiana Jones movie. It's a damn shame we haven't had one since, isn't it, Ian? But, sorry, missed that one. Raiders of the Lost Ark is movie number 5 on my 100 scratch movie poster. I have it on my wall. I need to get one of those sort of things. It'll be fun. Ben's here. Hello, Ben. Remember when they had Indiana Jones stunt show for the halftime show at one of the Super Bowls? See, I've never seen the Super Bowls. I know they do music, but I guess I remember the stunt show being advertised for, was it Universal Studios, which I never got to see. Franz is here. Hi, Franz. Love this advert. I wonder if that India's Tom Selleck. Could be. Never saw a proper look at him. If I maybe enhance it, I'll see if he's got a mustache. Happy 1 year anniversary. Is it really today? Because this is the UK anniversary, is it, of this film? 35 years ago, yes. May 24th, 1989 in America, and whatever today is, June 30th in the UK. Oh, he'll be back in an hour. He said he'd be here. Technically, he has. So there we go. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, PG. Juan. Yeah, robot. Super Bowl. Oh, Super Bowl 29. Is that right? Yeah. So you get the famous Paramount Pictures Presents logo. Off-grid Terps. Hello, welcome. Cheers. Awesome Coke commercial. Yes, I'm drinking Pepsi today, so don't tell anyone. They knew the hype for they knew how to hype movies up back then. All that effort and expense over a Diet Coke commercial that didn't even play over yet. Exactly. First time I saw it was then, because I didn't watch it all early because I didn't have time. But Harrison Ford is starring in. So you expect the big orange and yellow logo, but it is just the basic text logo there. The ads were great, but I also love the Terry Chocolate Orange advert that was like a Raiders of the Lost Ark even more. Oh, classic. Oh, yeah, I did Raiders of the Lost Ark, all right. Raiders may be better structured, but this is the one I enjoyed the most. Yes, I think this is more entertaining. It's got a very long intro. It's got wonderful vistas, if you see it in widescreen, which I haven't turned mine on. And River Phoenix, the late River Phoenix, playing young Indy. So there's lots of stories about this film. That if you've got anything I can forgotten, you let me know. Right, let's have a look. I'm trying to catch up now. Costumes design. So yes, there we go. We got Reader Movies. Good evening, gents. Good evening. I guess everyone's a gent here because as my channel skews male. Yes, director of photography, Mr. Slocum. This movie was a fun movie and possibly my favorite. Yes. Oh, destroying the place. I just realized I got some things to show off and I didn't choose the book. That Reader Movies is here. I'm sure he's got this in many versions. Music by John Williams apparently on the television. So Scout Matt says, don't wander off. So while this indie's happening, I'll show what I got. So we are watching the X-Rental version. Get the stupid light to work. Right. So there we go. Nice big box. Also got the little box retail. Exactly the same. Trying to work out which is better. This stupid light. But then I've got the re-release. Because this is, was it chapter 25 of the Indiana Jones Chronicles. Different pictures on that one, and a few things from back in the day. I have the, what's it called? Doesn't say. £1.50, but it folds out to the giant poster. I used to have it on the wall until I got all the videos up there. But it's got information about the film and such, but not bad for 35 years old. Then we've got another book, the storybook written by Anne Digby for the film. It's mostly pictures, so a bit of story. And I got the limited edition. There was only 3 made, I think. Indiana Jones comic books that came out back in the day. Hang on, take that one away. I think there's only 3. I only got 3, but then back then there was no way of knowing. So Marty's here. Pimp Tweet Ahoy. Thank you, Marty. Done that one. Surprised to see you alone tonight. I thought you would have had someone to watch Crusade with you. Well, you think so, but there was no one up to the standards that this film deserves. Cheeky bastard. Alucard, arch nemesis, is here. Never mind him. Turn the Blue Iris is here. Good evening. We call the dog Indiana. We call the dog Indiana. No, hang on, that's not right. Yes, because what is it? George Lucas and naming his dog stuff. Or was it Indiana Jones? Indiana Smith originally named, wasn't it, back in Raiders days? But yeah. So what was it? River Phoenix was cast due to the fact that he had been in Ford's film as his son. Was it The Mosquito Coast? So there you go. Ford said he looked like him, a young Harrison Ford. And this is Harrison Ford in his 40s by now. The Indiana Jones movies are both Disney Plus and Paramount Plus in Canada. There you go. I don't know if they're streaming here. So here we go. The Whistling Horse. And I don't know what sort of, is this a reference to something else? Because why does the horse move away from him? Now, young Indiana Jones here, River Phoenix's character, is his stuntman is played by the late stuntman Stephen Lambert, who I interviewed. So, go buy his book. I'll have to see the CIC use of the regular BBFC credit certificate card. They usually had their own. Yes, that's a good point. But this must be a Christmas release back in '89 on rental. Double A's here. Good evening. Sorry, did I misgender someone? You got a 50-50 chance of getting it right, so there you go. If you remember rightly, the original CIC release had the correct NTSC sound pitch, which was rare for PAL VHS at the time. Bloody hell, that's far too technical for the likes of me. Plus, I can't turn it up to here. But yeah, that's probably Stephen Lambert running across the top of that train. And looking at it close up, it's a bit bigger than a wee lad. I do have the book, but it's a Del Rey reprint, not the original. Not seen the original in the shops. I like the first two, which I do. Okay. What are the Indiana Jones movies rated in the UK? I think they're all PGs. They were when on because the heart-ripping scene is cut out of Temple of Doom. So yeah, people complain that this is where he gets all the things. He gets his bullwhip, he gets the hat, he gets his fear of snakes, and he gets his scar on his chin, all from this one scene. Just a bit much for all things. What am I doing? Indiana Jones. So yeah, the Dial of Destiny. Oh, this is Dial of Destiny. What's this? So yeah, this film is now a 12A. So it's gone up from a PG past a 12 to a 12A because it doesn't say. Typical. It's been a PG all the way on home entertainment, but for the re-release in 2021 it's now a 12A, so I don't know what's happened. Moderate violence, horror, and threat. There's violence, threat, and horror. Language. The word shit is used. Sorry. And there's characters drinking and smoking. How dare they? Oops, I'm halfway there. I'm surprised you haven't more replica grade. I did see those today. I did see a few people had videos of them, and I thought I should have had that. I've got that big book of his adventures, but with the little artifacts in. But the Grail Diary prop would be pretty cool. Raiders of the Lost Ark is a 14A in Canada. Yeah, I know they tried to hide the exploding heads in with flames, but it's not. So here we go. What's going on here? Now we got the bullwhip, which see Indiana Jones. Crystal Skull is 12A. Temple of Doom is 12A. Yeah, I think they've upgraded because they're so problematic, these films. I remember the Smith's Crisps potato chips did an offer you could send in the wrappers and be sent a free full-size poster of Indiana Jones with like £1.99 postage package paid. That's good. I bet there's very few of those in existence now. The first three PG, though Doom used to be pretty badly cut. Skull and Destiny are both 12. What's this Skull and Destiny you speak of? You got Heart Kid, but that belongs in a museum. Is the reason they created the PG-13, yes. Because Spielberg had a lot of power back in '84. Although, what was the first film to be rated PG-13? I think it came out a week before Temple of Doom in America. When I was in my 20s, I grew out my hair long like River Phoenix in this. I looked more like Rick Parfitt from Status Quo, sadly. I cut it off. I grew my hair out in the late 90s. I was trying to get a ponytail. I was trying to get the Mel Gibson Lethal Weapon 3 look. Luckily, I came to my senses and cut that off as well. when the Indiana Jones movies aired in TV in Canada, they were rated 14+. I wonder if River Phoenix would be doing today if he was still around. Yes, I don't know, because he'd be my age, I guess, not older. Oh, he said damn, but he smiled. One of my YouTube friends likes to point out what movies are rated in Quebec. Jeff's here, 101 Bronson. Good evening, Jeff. Are you working or are you just on arrest? Red Dawn thing, he knows, GTA fan knows. I remember Back to Future Beach towel that you could get from saving packets of KP skips. I think I still have that towel somewhere. That's cool. So then we get not Sean Connery, but Sean Connery's voice. And I think the actor, if I remember rightly, who's Henry Jones Sr.'s hands, is the one from Electric Dreams. A nerdy fellow. Oh, Herman Horsick. I bought the sheriff. Jeff can't stay at work. So no, I actually watched this one a few weeks ago. Amazing film. Definitely my favorite of the lot. Yeah, definitely got the rewatchability. This one. Would be Phoenix would be having DiCaprio and Matt Damon's roles possibly. I think so. Maybe doing the occasional action film. They have the diary that Sean Connery had in the movie on eBay. Or the actual, yeah, it's probably worth a bit. The actual prop, isn't it? Guy in the hat is the guy from Aliens at the start during the court case. There we go. Every time I watch this, I think, where have I seen him before? And then we go, good old. So we cut from the Arizona desert. I think it was filmed into Elstree Studios, which was owned by Canon at the time, but they were hemorrhaging money. So I think they sold it off and then it got bulldozed and now it's a supermarket. But I remember seeing this on the making of this giant tank with the water, people falling over themselves. Tim Wanacott let himself go. Don't know one. That's awesome, fans. I still have the View to a Kill film posters I got from Smith's Crisps. They'd give offers back then, yes. Throw him over the side. Yes, this because the giant splash is literally knocking people over. Now, it was pointed out to me earlier on another video that the Raiders March isn't actually heard that much in the film. There's occasionally it's brought in when he's doing something actually, but it's not played properly until the end credits and the sunset scene. I don't know how many times I've actually seen this film. Probably seen it more than anyone of the three. But yes, so Harrison Ford doing his own stunts here, sliding around in water. You can actually see it, Tim. You can hit by massive waves. And then the old double punch. Not the double fisting that William Shatner does in Star Trek. Don't think this stream's getting monetized. But there we go. And then for some reason they're carrying TNT. And boom. Now many would complain as how is he doesn't explain how he gets back from here to school. But it's just like Batman getting back to Gotham City. He's Batman. I would happily watch another Indiana Jones movie if they had Tim Wanacott in the lead with glasses on a chain of cardigan with him high kicking at the end. Yes. Now, who played the adventure game of this film? I tried several times and failed. I even tried it on a live stream once. Failed miserably. I watched a speed run through and it takes nearly 2 hours if you know exactly every answer to the question option you should follow. If I do this, X never ever marks the spot. Oops. I'm trying to capture my screenshot now. There we go. Don't do that. I'll read what he says. Was the game only on PC? We didn't have a computer till 2004. You can play it in a browser now. It's if you got an Google it, you can play it online. It's that small, but yes, it was PC and Amiga, I think, back in the day. And of course, the adventure game was on every format: NES, Spectrum, Commodore 64, and then the SNES had a what do you call it? Trilogy version, like they did with the PlayStation and Die Hard games, where you had sections from each film. I watched this a lot back in the day on the VHS. Always like the library scene and the build-up. Yes, exactly. Now, the modern audience doesn't like this film because he's stealing artifacts from other countries and taking them away to museums in America. He's doing the pointing. So yeah, I'm guessing most of the interiors were shot at Elstree. But the castle is the external is an actual German castle. So the original story for the third film was going to be, was it the Monkey King? Indiana Jones and the Monkey King. I was thinking it was going to be set in Africa. And then they decided, I think Spielberg and Lucas decided that they were doing too many racial stereotypes in that story. So they ditched that. And then there's several people that worked on this film. Tom Stoppard was brought in. Jeffrey Bohm is credited as one of the main writers. He's done lots of 90s stuff. I think he did Lethal Weapon 3 and such like that. Lethal Weapon 2, I think he developed Shane Black's story. Unfortunately, he passed away. But yes, after the Dark Temple of Doom, they decided to return to fighting Nazis in this one, which I think Spielberg regrets now. He's a grave robber. Yeah, there you go. Phoebe Waller-Bridge said so. Yeah, that person. So here's Mr. Donovan. Now, this actor has been in another George Lucas film. What was it? And what did he play? Good evening, Bob. Welcome. Yeah, I used to watch this a lot too. I remember watching it the same day that Windsor Castle had a fire. I was wondering what artifacts Madge lost that Indy would be distraught over. Good point. I don't know if it's just some paintings. He wouldn't care about that. I don't know. Tapestries, on the other hand, he'd be very upset. Yes, I knew that wouldn't take people long, especially you reading movies. General Veers, Empire Strikes Back. Yes, he's what's he doing? I think he's driving the AT-AT at one point, doesn't he? It's a lovely set. This, even looking out the window, it doesn't look fake. It looks like it is an actual cityscape. But then I think the only place this film drops is the plane ride flight. Some of the bad blue screen there, which is a shame. It has been many years before I recognize him. I'm the same. I don't recognize people. I could watch Empire Strikes Back and this back to back, and I still wouldn't recognize him. Yes, Chris Statos. I didn't recognize him. That is Tash. For your eyes only. Wasn't he the bad guy in that as well? Yeah, it's all about this eternal life, drinking from the Grail, and then it doesn't have the small print that you find out when you actually do all the stuff to get to the Grail, that you can't leave the caves past the the giant coin in the floor. So all you need to do is stay there. That everyone get some people in, destroy, dig down, and then have a whole turn into a hotel. Or because it doesn't specify if you go left of the symbol, you don't get eternal life. But if you stay on the right, you do. But so how much right do you get? You could dig out the other side and go all the other way. Hey, Ryan Jr.'s here. Wait, how are you? Is that hands washing or clapping or hugging? I'm not really good on my emojis. He looks younger in this than he did in For Your Eyes Only, even though it was about 8 years later. Yes, kept himself well. I'm gonna drop my advertising. There was another Empire Strikes Back actor in this too, and I remember my mum spotting him before me. Oh, now you got to tell us. That Dark Temple of June, as you call it, is the best in the series. All three are great. Let's just put it on there. There's no fighting over those three, is there? Yes, indeed. Be suspicious of this man. This tablet is one of those markers. So yeah, we also get Salah and Marcus back, which is good. Now, Alison Doody's in this. Doody. What Bond film was she in? Let's go for that one. And it's not Goldfinger. But yes, the great Vic Armstrong is in this, doubling Harrison Ford in a few scenes, mostly the horse riding. We've hit a snag. That's a very British way of putting it. Believe it or not, Julian Glover was considered to be James Bond at one point. I kind of see it based on how he looks at this. Yeah, he's in a tuxedo. He's looking suave. He's got the haircut. He's got everything. Would have been an interesting take to be sure. Have you noticed that drinks always come with a warning after you drink them? The Grail has the potion of eternal life. In death becomes with her. Yeah, she drank it. Now a warning? Could you take them to court for mis-selling? Exactly. That's a good point. I forgot about that. Oh, Michael Schroeder's Hitler is an admiral who comes out a light speed 2 Uzi, Mr. Oswald, also known as Mr. Bronson. Yes, British viewers, old British viewers will know the man that plays Hitler in this film was a nasty teacher in Grange Hill, the TV shows about kids' school. He's an academic. Yes, when was the last time Indy saw his father? Was the old fool got himself into now? Yeah, so this is the part that I get to in the game, the adventure game. I get thoroughly knackered at. You're supposed to pick up a jar, take it with you. There's a key hidden in one of the drawers, but you have to search everywhere and search the drawer, then find the say, keep looking, and eventually it tells you, and it's a ball ache. Glover was considered too old as Bond, even though I'm pretty sure he's the same age as Roger Moore. Yes. Now, is Roger Moore's son doing something? I saw earlier. Some Instagram page. Where is it? Text message me. Shogun Films. There we go. I think they're making a film with Roger, and he looks the spit of his dad. Not that you can see it on my phone, but yeah, Jeffrey Moore takes aim in Nightfall, now in production. So I'm curious about this. I'm going to find some more information. Roger Moore's son, Jeffrey Moore, in a first all-action spy movie called Nightfall, now in production across the UK. I'll try and find some more information on that. But if it's facts you want, Ronnie, India, I've got none to give you. Then we got there. Quick, I think, is that the only picture of his mum we ever see is on that picture? I'm taking this out. I'm very uncomfortable. I need to find a real one. Official Star Wars name is Kendall Oswald. Kendall. No, I'm not that bright. Kendall Oswald. Because he killed Kendall in the the TV show. I can't remember now. Jim's here. Raiders is the best one of the series, but Last Crusade is arguably the most entertaining. Yeah, I think that's the general consensus of these films, isn't it? Don't trust anyone. And then we get the old flying map. No toilets on these planes. And you get the Grail Diary. So yeah, some poor sod had to fill it out, and they probably had several copies, didn't they? Nicholas says, was Temple of Doom a prequel to Raiders, Lost Ark, or a sequel? Yes. Temple of Doom is a prequel to Raiders, and this is a sequel to Raiders. So here we go. We are landing in Lisbon. Oh, then we're off to Venice. Venice. Mor's son used to run a restaurant and bar in the West End of London. I went to when I was young. A nice chap. Oh, there you go. Plan is forming. Michael Myers is not here yet. I mean, YouTube would shut down if Myers doesn't turn up, isn't he? That's a good point. I thought I'm so used to him being here. No, he's not. I'm pretty sure someone has seen Green Shield and decided to name his Danny Kendall. That's him. Big coincidence otherwise. Is it that far back? But yes, there's Alison Dooley. Oh, there we go. Marty knows. One of the better Irish exports. If you get a chance, check her out in Taffin with Pierce Bronson. Well, maybe you shouldn't be living here anymore. Yeah, he really shouts that. I can't do it, but because people are sleeping. But yes, she's in Taffin with her natural Irish accent, but she's very lovely in this, and she is in a Bond film. Well, you think about that while I look at Roger Moore's Sonia. Oh, Jeffrey Moore. Jaffa, as his nickname seems to be. Something for the future there. Roman numerals. Here we go. There's the library. I love how God goes into the whole spiel about looking for the girl and how his lead man disappeared. Then he waits at the very end to tell it's his father. Wouldn't he lead with that? Well, then Indiana Jones wouldn't listen to him. He'd go, oh my God, I got to go and find him. I have to say it's my favorite indie film. Yes, this is such a good one. But it's not very good editing, apparently. Taffin is pretty underrated. Remember that scene where Rosalind is a great badass in the film? Yeah. It's always great when he uses his Irish accent, just like Tom Cruise. Jim wasn't Glover Grandmaster Pycelle in Game of Thrones. I think so. Yo, Larry. Bronson was good in a minor role in The Long Good Friday too. Yeah, he's wasn't supposed to speak, but he did say a word at the end. Oh no, it's at the pool. He just says hi, doesn't he? But then he gets the long scene at the end with Bob Hoskins sweating. X marks the spot coming up. Jeffrey, what's his name? Moore. Not Bobby Moore. I believe so. Trash, there you go. I've never seen Game of Thrones. Like Rishi Sunak, we don't have Sky TV. Oh, no ticket. Yeah, it's coming up. Jeffrey Moore. Is it the Jeffrey? So Nightfall is coming out in this year. It's filming at the moment. Charles Knight, a infamous former spy catcher, must work with his estranged daughter to avert a Homeland Security bloodbath and survive a terrifying home invasion. Hopefully they can pull off something cool. It's got Matthew Parr, Rupert Holiday Evans. Sounds familiar. Now, is this supposed to be Einstein working in the library or not? Broughton is so cold and ruthless in the Fourth Protocol, which he did instead of Living Daylights. Yes, I do love the Fourth Protocol. It's not an action film by any league, but it's an entertaining spy thriller with Michael Caine. I have to step out for a moment. I'll be back in a minute. Take care, Jim. Yes, Indy's all right destroying old stuff if it suits his needs. Also, Longer Friday what says Paul Freeman, yes, from the Raiders. So yeah, Alison Doody showing no fear goes down first. I do love the little reference to Ark of the Covenant, and you can get a bit of the music that plays as well. Yes, I do enjoy Long Good Friday. Love seeing that period view of London. Yeah, there's not many films from London or that area that show such a vast array of locations, but that's a good one. Of course, I did that on Good Friday. Right, that's all right. I'm not sure about all this petroleum that he finds, and he's retiring. Right. So now we get the I can't remember them. The Crusade, I can't even say it. Gruesome Sword guys. They haven't killed anyone yet, but they have a good go. Have you seen the sketch show with Jimmy Nail where Bob Hoskins is going to threaten Jimmy to pay them, but he says he's got another week to pay, so they apologize and leave the wrong Good Friday? That rings a bell. That definitely rings a bell. I can't remember where it was on though. I wrote, I'm doing a 4K of the Long Good Friday. Now we need Mona Lisa. I still haven't seen Mona Lisa. It's terrible, I know. See, Act marks the spot twice. I do love the look she gives him. She gives him an up and down look and turns away just before he falls covered in petrol. This was the first film my dad spoiled by pointing out that it's impossible for them to breathe down here, let alone light a torch. Yes, dads are great for that, aren't they? It's ridiculous. You can do that. The other film that has an 80s value of the Docklands is Biggles Adventures in Time. Not quite as good as LGF, though. It's debatable. I do love Biggles. Well, I haven't seen it for a while, but I loved it. And I got the soundtrack album on vinyl. I should have put that in the list. I think I've only got it on VHS, DVD, though. Now, I think originally they had a London 100 sewer rats, but they're all clean ones. And then they weren't enough, so they started breeding them. I think they ended up with 5,000 in the end, just running around the set. But people didn't mind because people apparently left Raiders after the snakes and Temple of Doom with all the bugs. They couldn't work with them. But people love the rats, and there's apparently when Harrison Ford was on set, he would cuddle them and play with them. And there's actual footage of that I saw in a making of earlier. Taffin would be good if it wasn't Brosnan. He's awful. He just look at him trying to sing in Mamma Mia. It's embarrassing. He's just a pretty boy. He's a puff. And he's Irish nipped. I must have been. I always do laugh at Taffin because, yeah, watching him play a tough guy doesn't always work. But yes, Duty. What Bond film was she in? Because I've forgotten. No, what show was that? Yes, Jimmy Nail from Videsian Pet. Yeah, I remember that sketch now. You said it, but I don't remember his show. I haven't seen Biggles since BBC One first screened at Christmas Eve of 1991. It was a morning showing. Because, yeah, I don't know if there's a show, because it's a PG, but then, what is it? I think someone puts their hand through it, like a dead soldier's face, so it crushes it, and goo comes out, and then 80s PGs for you. Ford was cuddling with them because they were unlike in Blade Runner. There you go. Jenny Flex in A View to a Kill. There you go, Franz knows. I thought, got Bond expert here. But yeah, I think she's in tight horse riding trousers and she's got a little whip. I think that's her. That job to look past space travel and zombies, see people down in those breathing and say, "Hey, well, that would never happen." Yeah, the shield is the second marker. Where's my widescreen version? I should be watching this in widescreen. So yeah, he lights a match, but you think with that much petrol fumes, the whole place would go up before him. It airs sometimes on UK TV France, or I'm talking pictures recently, I think. John Deacon, bassist from Queen, does a song on the soundtrack. That's true. Oh, stupid VHS. Oh. But yeah, unlike First Blood, no. Yeah, seeing it close up in HD, when the fire comes down, the rats are just keeping still because they're all dummies, and the fire comes through. Even as a kid, it was obvious to me that Biggles was a British cash-in on the success of Indiana Jones and Back to the Future. Yes, it definitely doubling trying to do that. I think it was the last film with Peter Cushing in. Oh, film, I should say, with Peter Cushing. Yeah, she's got climbing her to get away. She's screaming. I can't tell if that's real or not, or if she's acting. Deep breath. Oops. Yeah, I remember liking it too. There is a video game of it as well. Oops, I fisted it. Yes, if you can fly a sub with camera, you can fly anything. It's only, what is it? A joystick control. Look out, it's the Fez. I'll get my codes. This isn't the Far Show, but you can have...
I'd like to welcome all you ignorant-ass bitches, critics, complainers, disgruntled rappers, and racists especially.
So, yeah, this boat sequence. Because, yeah, there's a load of great stunts here. Harrison Ford, you see him, it's going, he jumps back, he slides, catches the guy. That's a very dangerous stunt. But it's really him. Now, the only bit I don't get is that there's a lot of shooting going on. I love the look she gives him as he shoots the window out. But then they machine gun her engine, and then it's fine later on. After it goes, yeah, and the old, don't go between them. Are you crazy? And yeah, the guy with the fez, as we said, just standing there and gets hit, waiting to get his cue to fall off the boat. Oh yes, Juice Line next month or tomorrow. What happened to February this week? Yeah, we can't do a February every year. And I'm only doing Juice Lie this year because I didn't do any of the Rocky or Rambo films. Because I was just I'm halfway, no, actually, quarter way through Last Blood tonight. Because I was going to watch Rambo 2, which is on Wednesday with Jeff, I believe. Let me double check. Because it's Spaceballs tomorrow with Pugwell 316. Yeah, Rambo is on Wednesday. And there might be some Bond action on Alucard's channel on Thursday. So the guy that plays the main Crucisum cross-sword person was Spielberg discovered him from Midnight Express. Right, see, the boat's on fire. I'm probably confused which boat. She drives. Yeah, so she drives away with the boat that's smoking and pissing out fumes, and then the good boat is the one that gets chopped up. So this is another one I remember seeing the making of. So the boat the actors are on a controllable system of pulleys, and then the fan isn't going as fast as what it probably should. That fan propeller, so they're in no real danger apart from the stuff's breaking up and flying at them. Hey, there you go, Savoy's here. Good evening, welcome. Oh, Billy. But yeah, he says, my father was after the Grail. Did you kill him too? Let me go and I'll tell you. Ooh, how's it going? His system awaits some pulleys. Like the one that the Bee Gees used to controls who speaks. Is that a rock profile joke? No, was it the other one? With the hippopotamus. The Brotherhood of the Cruciform Fort. I should have done my own tattoo for a bit of fun. But then it would have stayed there for if I use a Sharpie. Yes, rock profile, yes. When I clap my hands, number 2 will speak. Yeah, they had him done up like a lion, didn't they? There'll be no Shambossy hippopotamuses for you tonight. I love this actor that's standing behind them when he's on the dock. He's just looking at the camera, waiting for his cue to look while he holds the boat. And then we get the smile, and then there we go. The good old brass rubbings. The Knights of the First Crusade. Good old Delham Henriette. What's he done? I know he's done a lot of serious dramas, but he was also in Trading Places, wasn't he? I watched the Clive Anderson Bee Gees interview again the other day. Barry was having none of it. Yes, I can imagine. It's like someone said, wasn't it? The Americans, they have a script to follow when they do. I think it was Jan Boyd who did the assassination watch party, saying how it's scripted, so nothing goes wrong. I don't know what happened. No Rocky in Juice-like. I got what 6 to choose from. We are doing Rocky 3 coming up. I did Rocky 4 at Christmas because it's a Christmas film. So probably going to do 2 at some point. 2, 3, and 4. Probably the most entertaining. So I've got, poor old Jeff. He's got very busy. We just did Assassination last week, and then we got True Lies a week Friday. And then Rocky 3 I got with Backtrack Cinema on Thursday. And then we've got 2 sing-alongs, Grease 2 and Moonwalker coming up. He thought Clive was a letter for sure. Elsa. Yeah, just walks in to her room and then her in the shower on the bath, he wishes. I'm still a bit sad the new indie game isn't on PlayStation. Oh, is it? I think it's I tried to get the new RoboCop game, but it's not available on my older version of the Xbox One, which is shit. Weirdly, I remember Will Smith having great chemistry with that Clive Anderson. Yeah. Big Willie style. Still waiting on Intruder. I thought we cancelled Intruder because I haven't got Intruder and I can't get Intruder. Hang on, let me check prices. What Rocky movie is your favorite? That's a tricky one because Rocky 4 is the most entertaining, which is like this film, Last Crusade, the most entertaining, but it's not the best in Indiana Jones. I love Rocky 3 and 2. And don't watch Rocky 1 much because as brilliant as the film is, there's not the rewatchability for me. Intruder. DVD, recent. This is it. I don't think I can get it on DVD. I can get Alien Intruder with Billy D. Williams, but that looks better. But yes, the 89 horror film. I don't like fast women, and I hate arrogant men. She's giving his ear some serious nibbles. Venice. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a DVD of Intruder anywhere. Whatever those two boxes mean. So yes, now we're off to Austria. And second unit footage. The Rocky one is great filmmaking. Yes, the others are great entertainment. Yeah, that's exactly it. And there we go. From real castle to set. The Invaders. There's Intruder. Oh, there you go. £4.99. It's got 9 days. The ultra gory uncut slasher DVD. I'll see if I can get it. But I will keep an eye out for a DVD. Rocky 1 is like Raiders. It's impeccably well structured from a screenplay point of view. See? Everyone's more technical than me. I've got a sniffle. Do not take that tone with me. Now buttle off and tell them that Lord Clarence MacDonald, this vast, convincing Scottish accent as a Christopher Lambert. There are tapestries. It's a good thing. Hang on. We're 46 minutes in and Sean Connery hasn't even turned up yet. I remember getting a lot of leaflets for this film from my ABC cinema and it said, "The Man in the Hat is back" on them. Yes, I remember that. They also said the same thing for Elm Street, I think. If Last Crusade would be made now, it would be Indy's mum and she'd be better than him in every way. They did make an Indy this now. But yeah, they would have his mum. Nazis, I hate these guys. Hey, Patrick's here. The best Indiana Jones movie. There you go. See? Everyone loves this film. Now, I'm trying to think. I saw it in the cinema, I think. It's one of those... some films I instantly know if I saw it, but I can never remember this one. I remember Temple of Doom. But there's no way I would have missed Indy in the summer of '89, because this was bigger than Batman in America. It made more money than Batman in America, but not Batman was number one worldwide, and of course made a ton more money on merchandising because apparently they had rated lost art toys when the first film came out, but no one bought them, so they didn't bother with toys or anything on this one. I think it's often the case that the first film feels more sincere, made with integrity and no expectations. The sequels feel like they are made as products. Yeah, well said. But I think at least they were made back in '89 for films that they thought people might want to see, unlike now. They're not made for entertainment. I love this. Smashes him. It's a... Junior. There we go. 47 minutes, 56 seconds. Yes, sir. Just reverts instantly to being a kid. Yes, that's it. The Spiegel Raimi Campbell film, although Campbell's only in it fleetingly. You can say the same for First Blood as well. That is true. People say Dick Van Dyke's Cockney accent bad, but they forgive Harrison Ford's Scottish accent. Yes. Oh, Turn the Blue Ice. Saw this in the cinema. And the Nazis would be people who agree with J.K. Rowling. Oh, come on, Savoy. Yeah, I'm supposed to say this. I want to see another Indiana Jones film. Well, Dial of Destiny is perfectly fine for the first 20 minutes when it's de-aged Harrison Ford fighting Nazis. Then that's where problems start. To be fair, Ford's Scottish accent is off bad, but with that it's played off as bad. Yes, with Dick Van Dyke, the filmmakers wanted you to believe it. If they made Crusade now, the writing was to call it woke and complain how the heroes, the Nazis, were portrayed. Imagine when this film came out, being told you would still be making these films in the 2020s. Yes, because this is the last film, isn't it? There's many films called Intruder. There's a film called Skippy and the Intruders from 2007, but I can get very many cheap copies of that. But for some reason, the horror film I don't know. I don't think it was banned. I don't remember seeing it in the shop rentals when it came out. Alexandretta. Have you seen The Hunt for October? Yes, I have. I do love Hunt for October with the Scottish-Russian admiral. Because that was only 2 years before this. They were rats. Sean Connery's such a good actor in reactions to everything he's done, because he didn't want to do this film because it was a big franchise and he didn't want to get involved in that sort of thing. But Spielberg convinced him by saying he could change the character to how he wanted to play it, as a more stuffy academic person. Yes, how do you de-age an 8-year-old? Some of it is quite convincing. Anyway, except another Indiana Jones film, if they tried to break him out of prison, he's still framed at the end of Destiny. Yes, that is true. You don't. But yeah, they wouldn't. Yeah, they would have to do. Well, the fact that Dawn of Destiny lost $300 million or whatever it was, ain't gonna be another one soon. Same with Mad Max. They've killed that franchise off. I still think it's funny the warning for the film is because there's smoking in it. Yeah, have we seen anyone smoking yet? It's also got Alexei Sayle in it. There's Intruder. £12.91 from free shipping from America. Don't call me Junior. But yeah, it just empties a clip into people. Look what you did. But yes, Sean Connery is only 12 years older than Harrison Ford. Yeah, a new film in there. Yeah. Oh, the Fräulein dies. God, the 80s and 90s was such a great time for filmmaking. I don't think I'll see a single film in the cinema this summer. Yes, I'm probably not going to see Deadpool 3. That would be the only one I would have any interest in. Oh, I was going to say Intruder Burglar. What sort of film is that? Judging by the poster. I'm quite consistent now in wanting all franchise to end. No more Indy, no more Bond, no more Halloween. Michael isn't here, so I can't sequel. New ideas needed, yes. And then Hollywood says, well, we made a film with new ideas and you didn't go and see it. But yeah, we've had saying, well, Rambo's too old, Indy's too old. They've killed off Transformers. Would this been 12 if later in H9? I don't think so, because I don't believe there's any cuts on my VHS, and it's a PG. It's only been a 12 for the modern audience. The cat's name is Indiana. How do you know she was a Nazi? I think that She Talks in Her Sleep was an ad-lib by Sean Connery, and they used it. There seemed like more. There was so much more diverse filmmaking back then. I don't mean diverse in a woke way, exactly, because someone showed a clip of the people going to see Return of the Jedi in 1983, going to the cinema, and it was, yeah, there was girls, boys, blacks, whites, Asians, Indians, all sorts, loving the film. They weren't sitting there saying, "This wasn't made for me." Yes, film is if you see a ginger character, you got to race swap it. We need an over-the-top remake. I don't think Jeff will campaign that one. Although technically Real Steel was a remake. Streaming platforms need only show old things if cinemas are to thrive again. New things in cinemas, same things on streaming. Well, things on streaming. So there you go. Although Beverly Hills Cop 4 is out this week. I know it's a Netflix film, but sometimes they do cinema releases for a week or so, but I don't think they're doing it for that, are they? I still worship James Bond. I can't see the franchise die, but I'm concerned about the future, especially if Amazon. Oh yeah, if Amazon end up owning all the franchise, we got a Lord of the Rings style situation, aren't we? I've heard Real Steel is very good. It is, unless you've seen. Oh, here's it. With any luck, he's got the Grail already. Does anyone speak English or even ancient Greek? No. Fish make me love it. I think the subtitles are wrong here. But yeah, we got the great Salah and Dynamite together. Great team up. Right, here we go. Mr. Brody Salah. Oh, yes, we couldn't have a Welshman playing an Egyptian or whatever he's supposed to be in this. I'm with you on that. There you go. Things went to shit when it all became a bloody franchise. I mean, standalone mid-budget films. Exactly. They used to make a lot of money for studios, but now it's TikTokers won't go and watch. You know, if you're watching TikTokers all day, you don't go and watch a 2-hour film in the cinema, is what they think. And suddenly films are a big success, like Inside Out 2. And then people say, if a film fails, oh, it's the weather was too nice. People went out and played. The football was on. People stayed at home and watched that. But then if it's a success like Inside Out 2, or even Bad Boys, whatever it is, Ride or Die. I can't remember which way around they're going to. They say they don't see it's actually entertaining films people want. I do love Patriot Games. I saw that in the cinema. I think I've seen all 4 Jack Ryan films. Oh no, I didn't see Hunt for October, so that's the 5th one, isn't it? But yeah, I do like Patriot Games and Clear and Present Danger. I read the Patriot Games book. I didn't read any more after that because that's a big book. I think people have always been open-minded. The media just wants people to play against each other. Yes, that's true. I hated Real Steel. The kid in that is so annoying. I can't remember much about it. I know Hugh Jackman was good in it. The robots fighting was good in it, but yeah. The Institute of Aryan Culture. Is that in Liverpool? 2 Nights Rental coming soon, yes. Allegedly. Has anyone seen Denham Elliott in The Single Man? Signal Man. Ghost Story for Christmas style film. Very good. No, I'll have to check that out for Christmas. Remind me then. Oh, Real Fifth People will be watching Maxine in the cinema. I will probably never ever see that dross. Yes, Inside Out 2 just cost $1 billion. And I couldn't give a toss. Yeah, I'm not interested in seeing it either. I saw the first one once and then. But they've obviously learned, Pixar have obviously learned after Buzz Lightyear, Turning Red, that films with agendas do not sell. And then they just thought, let's make one parents and kids can enjoy. I can't forget how wonderful it was. Oh, thank you. It was rather wonderful. Does anyone know any Austrians? Because they kiss well. Hey, Ben's here, who joined me last night for Bill and Ted, another problematic film from '89. Yeah, I forgot this is 289 films in a row, so the system is working. There's Ricky, because he says, oh, worst alone film next to Stop My Mum Will Shoot, because I watched Detox last night, which I really enjoy. That's how we say goodbye in Germany. I got really depressed when my nephew told me how great Turning Red was. Well, that's the thing. Who was it the other day? I think it was Greg from YouTube. He was slating the Acolyte because it's so terrible, and then he said his 10-year-old son watched it and he thought it was amazing, the best. Because what was it? The shill media are saying the episode 5 of the Acolyte was up there with the best of the original trilogy, apparently. Reasons why I'm mad. I think Inside Out is a remake of Care Bears, the movie. I guess they were all about emotions, weren't they, the Care Bears? Oh, did manage to see Last Crusade in the cinema at age 7. There you go. Well, yes, only a PG. What annoys me with soundtracks is sometimes the sound's different. I mean, slower or a different version of that film. Yes, like we've been hearing that because there's a few. Apparently, when they mix like the 5.1 and 7.1 remixes on the 4K stuff, they change the sounds. I think And then, was it like Blu-rays as well? I think the Terminator mono track is completely different sounds, isn't it? Yeah, here's the clip. Whenever I saw this in the trailer with Donovan in the thing, I thought, and he said, Jones has declared war on the Hitler, or whatever it is, has declared war on the Jones boys. I always thought he was Churchill, because he's got my chin and got the hat and everything. And then there's a few films, a few trailer lines in this. Is like, and in this race, there's no silver medal for coming in second, which is completely out of pace with the whole conversation, but it matches an earlier thing about a race that he says earlier. Oh, shit. I'm covering 2 Hitchcock films and enjoying the hell out of them. Yes, Hitchcock's good films. I went through a thing probably about 10 years ago where I watched all of his films. If nothing else, the fact new indie film has a John Williams score is insane. Yes. 90-year-old John Williams, isn't he? 90-something. Because he is mostly retired. Hard to believe he started off in TV westerns and disaster movies like Tower Inferno and Earthquake, I think he did. Axel F is being released the day before the UK election. I have to watch it to keep my mind off things. Still sad that it's not theatrical release, though. Yes. It might be a blessing or it could be a curse, that one. If Connery didn't want to do a franchise, why the hell did he do League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? Well, that's Allah. Well, she shouts. And then, yeah, I guess they turned down Lord of the Rings to do Extraordinary Gentlemen as well. But maybe he didn't think there'd be a franchise because, spoilers, his character dies at the end of the first film of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Oh, I do love Rising Sun with Sean Connery and Wesley Snipes. They're a good pairing as well. He seems to get on well with a lot of people like Catherine Zeta-Jones in Entrapment, Alec Baldwin in Hunt for Red October. I did see Fiora Set. I didn't enjoy it. Mostly because it's too long and it didn't look great. It didn't look like a real film. It looked like an animation. But that's only my humble opinion. I might love it another day. Hey, Andy's here. Rising Sun is really good. Yes, it is. Good old Crichton. Was it Disclosure? He did. I'm trying to think. His 90s. I find out I just sit down and think. The solution reveals itself, and his son falls down a stone stairwell. Is it Congo? Yes. I even love Congo. Here we go. So this bit. Great, more boats. So yeah, they think so. He spotted something. We're not getting in the boat. Now I'll say it. Yeah, well, I remember because they take off in the motorcycle, they knock the guys into the water, and they're away. And then it was supposed to originally it cut to them coming to the signpost with Venice and Berlin. But then they found out there wasn't an action scene for a while, so they filmed it at Skywalker Ranch, apparently, the motorcycle chase. I missed out on a Laserdisc copy of Rising Sun last week. Got bloody outbid. Yeah, that's the trouble. And there's someone like you that's got more money bidding on stuff. And you bid your maximum, and then some bastard sneaks in at the last second. My ass felt pretty numb after watching Furious in IMAX, where, if anything, it looked even faker. That's a shame. How'd you get that wrong? They filmed it in a desert. They filmed the original in a desert. Just because the lighting wasn't right or something. And I thought just fix it in editing. Hey, Sally's here. I was wondering, do you have that TV on in another spare room, or do you do the watch-alongs with the camera in it's just a very dark room? Well, because I've got my light on here, if I stand up, it's just to the side of me, so I can full control. Plus, yeah, because the VHS is so much faster, I have to pause it every so often because As you can see, I think that would have just dragged him off the bike if he held onto that or broke his arm. I love how his father approves of him jousting. Hopefully. May have I been assistant? No, yes. No, you don't fuck with me. Yes. If I say, no, may have I been assistant? It's over. I think Furiosa would be better if it's a 90-minute movie. Same can be said for The Fall Guy. Also, yes, action films should only be 90 minutes. Indeed. Although this is 2 hours, 6 minutes. I always thought this was an hour 45 top because it just goes so quick. We're an hour and 5 minutes in already. Yeah, Furiosa didn't need the first 40 minutes as her as a child. I know it's like supposed to be building character development stuff, but it could have done in a lot quicker. I have a special room where people he streams are kept up and chained up. I was lucky to escape. Yeah, he stole a car, kept the stereo from it, but he burnt the rest of it. Mr. Bronson from Edge Hill showing up as Hitler shortly. Yes, that's always one of those things that takes you out of the film, like Aid Edmondson. Was it in Rise of? Was it Last Jedi? Or was it Rise of Skywalker? I am not in the attic now. I'm in the spare room. There's a bed there. There's a shelves there that the telly is sitting on. And then I nailed this to the wall. The live streams where I'm in the video store, that is in the loft. We have to hunch down on them. Because you want to go to Berlin, into the Lion's Den? Yes, yes. The only thing that matters is the Grail. Marcus would agree with me. It's particularly annoying when you consider Mad Max set off as a very low budget exploitation film. The huge budget and flashy visuals feel out of whack with the source, indeed. I know. The third film, isn't it? Like considered a big budget stuff. If I see a motorcycle sidecar in real life, now it feels really special. Well, if it's not like Olive in it in the sidecar while they go on holiday. The bloke from EastEnders is in A New Hope. Always catches me off guard. Who's from EastEnders is in A New Hope? Neither did Mom. Oh. Only too well. She kept her illness from me. Bit of a sad bit now. I've never heard of Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker. Oh, they must be spoofs. I must have had a fever dream. Hit the thumbs up button. Allegedly, it helps. Some quintessential forward pointing coming up. Cool. There's happy music playing while they're burning books. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to show these flags. I don't think anymore. I don't know. It's because the room we see you in looks really small, as if you're in two different rooms, as it looks bigger for the TV way back. Yes. Yeah, I'm this far away. The wall is. There's not much gap. But when I get my bigger house from all my YouTube money, we'll see what happens. Hard to say if Harrison Ford cares about the franchise. I don't. If he cared as much as what's it? The first three are Spielberg, Lucas doing the story and everything, and Spielberg directing. Then they kicked Lucas out after the alleged fourth one for making it dimensional beings. And then Spielberg bowed out because after this one, I think Ford said he'd only do it with those two involved. But Harrison Ford is coming back in a Marvel film this year as Thunderbolt Ross, who was played by many people. Was it William Hurt in the recent Marvel films? Did I see Medicine Man? I did see Medicine Man in the cinema, directed by Die Hard director. I can't think of his name right now. I keep forgetting to rewatch it because I do think it's better. That is true. The camera gives us a broom cupboard vibes with that angle, Gareth. Do you have your hand go for a shot? Oh, yes. Maybe I need a puppet to make it more entertaining than me just sitting here. Although it had to be an original puppet, wouldn't it? I got an emu downstairs, if you want to see that. I mean, he hates Star Wars, yeah. He's not a fan of Star Wars. Because he wanted to be killed off, what was it, in Empire? Or in the first one, he thought he was going to be killed off. Always had a soft spot for Menace Man. I think it got slagged off because it wasn't as good as Tyrann's October or Die Hard. Yeah, I can't remember what happens. I know they're looking, or they do find the cure for cancer in the Amazon and then lose it and forget about it and then have to go back. Or I think I've only seen it once or twice. He definitely cared 8-9 now. Full cares about the paychecks, and I don't blame him. Well, yes. Because, yeah, if he cared, he wouldn't have done Dial of Destiny with that story. Gareth, will you still these watch parties when you're a YouTube multimillionaire? No. Unless I can do them from my yacht in the Mediterranean. I might grace you then. Although, I don't know if Mr. Beast will allow it when we're... Depends whose boat we're on. This one always gets me. The newspaper, hiding behind the newspapers. And Connery's in the background and Ford's there. Gareth, Philip Schofield of YouTube. Is that a positive thing or a bad thing? Isn't Ford like 20 years older than Hurt when he was playing Ross? Terrible casting. Well, yes, because apparently the new Captain America or Captain Falcon or whatever it's called is this is where the film gets dodgy, is the air bits because they couldn't get the effects. But yeah, because originally they thought he was going to play Ross was going to turn into Red Hulk. Now there is the person that's been in all 3 Bond films that isn't one of the main cast and died in the 2 of them. Do you know who it is? But yeah, if they're thinking of Ford, because they were hoping for, what was it, The Last Jedi? Oh, it was supposed to be build Ford up for, was it not Phantom Menace, the new Star Wars film. Then he was going to come out with Dial of Destiny, then come out and then just keep going higher and higher. But then all films have been unpopular since, and then no one's going to. Captain America has had 2 or 3 lots of reshoots because no one likes it, and it's costing over $400 million already. So it's got to make like $1.2 billion just to break even. I don't think it's going to be that popular. The stunt double for Connery in Medicine Man played the Lothario character in Coronation Street. Maybe the Andy Crane of YouTube would be better. Yeah, I don't think he's problematic to anyone these days, is he? I think he's a radio DJ now. The irony is Ford would have made more money from Destiny if the film had been good and more people had gone to see it. Exactly. Tickets, please. I always loved the bloke who directed Star Trek Generations, directed Coronation Street. Did he? Yeah, nice. He can't be anti-Peters. That would be negative race swapping. Yeah, this looks bad, this painting. The matte painting's good when you first see it, and then anything that's moving doesn't work. Is that why you don't have female guests on your watch parties? Because they would be chained up with no chance of escape. Yes, my pool of guests is getting smaller, not bigger. For some reason, there's no females out there that want to join me. No ticket, possibly my favourite scene. The look on Sean's face is wondrous, yes. I think you should do a Games Master watch along. I don't think that would be as fun. Well, maybe, because I might be able to show the show and share the screen, but we'll see. Dial of Destiny has Lucas shit stains all over the script. Lucas is a hack. Yeah, he doesn't even care about Star Wars anymore, does he? He's on the Disney Bob Iger side. I love Andy Peters. Hasn't aged, yeah. He's one of those that hasn't aged. Andy Crane was a bad influence. Yes. Can't believe Andy Peters never came out of the closet, allegedly. He's just a bachelor. You did have, well, no, didn't have Sophie on a watch party, did you? I can't remember. She cancelled a few. So, I can't remember what we were supposed to do, though. Maybe you watch Game Master Gore special. It was a late night adult special. It's on YouTube, I think. There you go. Look into it. What happened to the Games Master revival? Which one? Didn't they have many? I respected your privacy and taught you self-reliance. Seriously, Appen. That's a tester. There we go. Nope, I'm here now. And then, yeah, they give up talking about their feelings, and then they crack on with the job in hand, as men do. I can't think of anything. Then what are you complaining about? Because once we get to the desert scene, well, I think it happened a few times. Ford's apparently Indiana Jones can't be without his hat during the action. So in the outtakes, there's a scene of him stapling it to his head because it kept falling off when he was riding the horse. The more recent one was on the E4 channel. See, I've not been keeping up with the terrestrial TV for many years. Do you consider Star Wars a British film franchise? Well, a lot of it was made over here, wasn't it? And British actors and such. But yes, it was Pat Roach from I Vida St. Pat, who was the big tough guy that gets obliterated by blades of the aeroplane in Raiders. He got crushed by the rock crusher while he was brown facing it in Temple of Doom. And he was supposed to have a big fight in this, but he was too ill by this time. So they only just got one shot of him walking along, but he's in all of these. It's funny enough, there's no female VHS enthusiasts. That's a good point. I've never seen any. But maybe I could. I've never seen any. Yeah, the females seem to do the cosplaying more than the gentlemen. And that's likely to care about VHS. What do you think of The Fugitive? Oh, The Fugitive's a great film. Still holds up. I'm still hopeful to get Andrew Davis, the director, on for a chat. It wasn't a no. It said he's making a film, so he can't do it until the fall. So we'll see if he comes on. Stuart Millard's Games Masters video has some great moments done in it, typically raw style. He even comments on a largely forgotten period when Dexter Fletcher presented it. That's when I realized Dexter Fletcher was English. Of course, he was playing a Yank, wasn't he, in the newspaper TV show? 11 o'clock, fire, Turner. But yeah, this is where I don't know why he's trying to shoot at airplanes with a pistol. See, majority of this is real planes. Then, as soon as it's the actors, the shoddy blue screen, even parts of the plane disappear on the background. Are we hit? Sorry, son. They got us. Whenever I see Pat Roach, I think of Tom's Pat Roach story. What was this? Have you seen the Fugitive TV show? No, I haven't. I've seen episodes back in the day. Yes. What's Tom's Pat Roach story? Oh, I'm just forgetting stuff because it's... Oh, crap, it's Sunday, isn't it? It's school night. I know, Dad. Well, it's a new experience for me. Happens to me all the time. A lot of great lines here. So is it Tom's Toppard? And then there's a few other writers as well. But yeah. The one where, the tunnel. early special effects, and then they had a small real model that was about 8 foot long of this tunnel, and then the bit where the plane goes past the car is real. They shot that on a stage, but so just swap between model, real, location, London car park, probably where they film most of these things then. And leave it today to talk about his Pat Roach story. When I see Pat Roach, I think of Oaf in Spaceman and King Arthur eating an apple whole. I just didn't realize he was in that. Or was it unidentified flying goofball, isn't it, in America? I listened to the Annie's 1982 soundtrack today. Still great. That should be your next review. I remember Annie coming out. My mum went to see it in the cinema, and I didn't, because I thought, I'm not watching bloody Annie. She's not diverse enough. Why do you hate her so much, Bob? Could be the Ishtar soundtrack. I think the tunnel scene was back projection rather than blue screen. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, because I'm glad to see the plane and the car and the people in them are real, and then they were dragged along by something. I remembered my Charlemagne, let the armies be the rocks and the trees and the birds in the sky. But friends, it's great. It's a hard knock life. No. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar. So here we go. Here's Alexei Sayle. Always throws me out as well. One of those British TV actors that turns up in films. You have tanks. Hard to believe he was a big alternative comedian at the time. On pills for my nerves. God, I typed blue instead of Blu-ray. Let's do that. That's all right. Yes. Hello, Alexei. Got a new motor. Hello, Tosh. Got a Toshiba. Did anyone see the Annie remake? It got fucked over during the Sony leak. No. I haven't seen Annie, Annie 2, or Annie remake. Stromberg Downcraft carburetor can go from 0 to 100 kilometers in 12.5 seconds. I even like the color. Now, there's a dark thing where it says some of the treasures we got from the finest families in Germany, but not German families. So, yeah, while there's nothing happening, who have I got coming up for interviews? I got John Rain, who did... Is it John Rain? Yes, who did wrote the book, Explodo book, about 80s action horror, and he does the Smirsh Pod podcast. Very knowledgeable. So it should be fun times. And the writer of, was it Invasion USA, Delta Force, and Mission in Action, which is one James Stevens. Bruner. Yeah, said around. Steve James Bruner. His email address is throwing me off. Who will be on in late July. Yeah, it goes. There's no silver medal for finishing second. So that's just one of those trailer lines. Hello, John. Got a new motor. Is legendary, yes. Especially the Falmouth B-side. I did not know that. I don't think I had the signal for that one. So yeah, we've got real tanks and real cars. And real horses all in this. Very different to the tuk-tuk race and horse through New York in Dial of Destiny. I didn't know there was... I don't know if I've ever seen a fez in real life. I think maybe in a charity shop I've seen one. That's about it. No Franz. Only one Annie for me. Yes. Oh, yes. Extreme of swearing, is it? Okay. Imagine Tommy Cooper being dogged with cultural appropriation nowadays. Oh, leave them alone. He died on stage for us. Leave him be. I see Brody. He seems okay. I love this. Get down. Yeah, they're all stopping to look at you. 6-pound gun. We're well out of range. But apparently John Rhys Davis had a really bad case of sciatica come on when he made this. And so he wasn't supposed to ride a horse, but he did it for the film anyway. He was on lots of painkillers and stuff at the time, so I wonder if anyway, if anyone wonders how Gareth managed to get all these wonderful guests to interview, it's because he has lots of contacts from his Hollywood days. Yes, I used to be on the streets of Hollywood, LA anyway. I don't know your name, but your face is familiar. Oh dear. I'm hoping that's a carry-on joke. I'm surprised it took so long for Tommy Cooper's death video to appear on YouTube. Oh, is it on there? I'm surprised they haven't taken that down. There we go. So the producers of Nightfall have said yes. They'll come on to promote the film when it comes out at the end of the year. So that's good news. Hopefully we'll get Mr. Moore on with them. Did I used to be big in pictures? Not the pictures you'd want to look at. I am big. It's the pictures that got small. You people, behave. I'm a big shot now. I can see my live sub counter going up every so often. Oh, there you go. It's a lot of claret on here. A lot of people get slaughtered in this film. I didn't see what the body count was. I'm guessing triple figures. So yeah, there's Vic Armstrong doing the stunt where the horse goes on its side, but then it's Harrison Ford that gets on it as it gets up. Now, what the hell is this? Genius of the Restoration. Aid the own restoration, whatever he says. No exceptional stunts coming up. Yes. I only have one problem with this next load of stunts is when Indy gets his bag hooked on the cannon that's blown off. So it's obviously it's hooked on somehow over the side, and then he's able to climb up and then swing it off. But that's the only thing that doesn't make any sense. The way it's stuck. Christ, hey, Dr. Possible's here. You're on your own tonight. Yeah, just been out in the garden gazing with the wife and watching the sunset. Ah, that's nice. Evening. I'll let you off being an hour and a half late for this then, Dr. Possible. Any Northern Lights down there in Cornish land? The horse is the same Rambo rode in Rambo 3. Both films were stunt coordinated by Vic Armstrong. Yes, the great yeah, he is a horse guy. And then that's the horse trip. Salah, I said no camels. That's 5 camels. Can't you count? Compensation for my brother-in-law's car. Indy and your father and Brody. Where's my father? They have them in the belly of that steel beast. I love that line. What do you prefer, Buster Keaton or Charlie Chaplin? Buster for me. Ooh. I was a Harold Lloyd fan because of the stunts. I know that Jackie Chan was too. That's why I copied some of the stunts. I don't know where Salah's going to have to put these camels. Oh, to keep them space. Oh, speaking German, apparently. But yeah, I've never liked Charlie Chaplin. I never watched his films. I watched Buster Keaton when they were on. Yes, thank you. It's not all just that Canon film either. Even though that's doing very well. The Batman film has done a lot of good business for me. So hopefully I'll probably do the Jurassic Park one and then that'll just die a death. But thank you. Welcome, Rob, anyway. Sounds better this evening. Okay. Buster Keaton is better for me. Charlie Chaplin was clever, but Keaton was miraculous. Yeah. Right. Buster's the one with the house falling in. You have to stand very still for the right place. Yeah, oh well, all is well. The whole slapping you thing with your leather gloves. My older used to do that to me. Oh, that's a shame. Ah, yes. I do have some good t-shirts. I need to get more because these are getting a bit too tight. But I should be wearing Back to the Future 2, technically, for an 89 watch party. Not that I have any Indian. That's the point. I did used to have. Yeah, I had a Last Crusade post. T-shirt. Here we go. The leaning off the horse, picking up the rock. And then you can see it's Vic Armstrong. Bloody HD. Remember, in the belly of the steel beast being in the train line. There you go. Yeah, I can't remember where I saw the trailer. I don't know if I saw it on TV and I recorded it. But I used to watch it over and over before the film came out. Yeah, I think that's Vic as well, putting the stone in. I would love to get Vic Armstrong. I've been a fan of his for many years. What do you think of Beetlejuice 2 coming out? I'm in no rush to see it. Because it'll probably come out and then it'll be the usual when one of these films come out. Half the people will say it's the best film ever, and then the other half will say it's total shit. And it might just be all right in the end. I see fans. I never watched the trailer, but it's left me cold because was it Beetlejuice? The character only had 8 minutes in the hour and a half film, so you left that much of an impression. So hopefully you can do the same. This HD is ruining this film. I don't know if it's worse in 4K where you can see it's not Harrison Ford, but yeah, Vic is also the one that did this amazing stunt, jumping off the horse across to land on the tank. I think he had to do it at least 3 times. Oh, do you prefer us to call you Gareth Gaza or Gazmania? Come to Gazmania, come to Gazmania. Oh, I like that one. I've never watched Troll, the Norwegian film. It sucked. Troll Hunter was better. I didn't know about Troll, but yeah, I've seen Troll Hunter. That's a very good film. Oh, no, on the press list. There we go. For Shogun Films, who are doing the Nightfall. So yeah, how many people does Indy kill? Like shoots. He's got that magic bullet that goes through about 5 Nazis. Yeah. I love the difficulty selection screen on Temple of Doom arcade game is harder to get to depending on which part you want to get to. Yeah, because I played that and I completed it very easily because you just go around, let out some kids, whip the chains off them, and then you go on the cave cart race, and then doesn't matter what you do, you just get to the end, and then what's the next one? I forgot what the last level is, and it just repeats itself. Is this the retail or the rental? This is the rental. But I do have the retail as well, just in case. And then as a backup, the re-release, which does have interviews with George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and Harrison Ford, which would have been useful for me to watch on this. Oh, shit. Pause the video. I remember BBC One premiering being edited for the 3 Nazis being shot simultaneously. It doesn't surprise me. And people's nans spitting their after 8 minutes out after seeing this on Christmas Day. The pen is mightier than the sword. Vic Armstrong was a great double for Harrison Ford. There's a clip of him sitting in a Dutch chair on the set, and you would think they were brothers, exactly. Because he doubled Harrison. I think it was in all 3. I believe he did the Temple of Doom, but he also doubled Christopher Reeve in the first, I guess, technically 2 Superman films. You heard what I said. I'm not taking it back. Now, is it troll? Now, is that how many trolls are there? It says, yeah. See, Indy falls on the cannon, and he's hanging there, and then the next minute, somehow he's got caught on his bag, and he can't get up. So I don't know how he did it. But yeah, Troll and Troll 2 are excellent films. Okay. Christmas Day, 1992, BBC One, right after the Queen's speech and during Christmas dinner for me. Did you have to stay at the dinner table while Indy was on telly? Yes, it was. I watched the screening 2 France. I think I got a NES for Christmas that day too, if I'm not too wrong. Wow, that's awesome, isn't it? a SNES and in Raiders Last Crusade on the telly. Hopefully it was on. Yeah, if it's on BBC, there was no adverts as well. Yes, I must say the rental appears to be in great shape considering how much it would have been rented out. Yes. I can't really remember. I don't. Yeah, even the case looks almost new. It's just got one other sticker on it, certification checked. But it seems, I would say, it wasn't used. It's got put in the back somewhere because it doesn't. The beginning was a bit of a static. What do you think of The Thing 2011? It's all right. It does. The CGI does take me out of it. It like practical happens and then they cover it over with CGI to carry on, and it's obvious. And it's an unnecessary film. If they'd adapted the game, that would have been better for a sequel. Name the other 1989 film where a pen, oh shit, pen is mightier than the sword line. Let me check I don't think it was. I don't think it was Batman. Was it The Package? Back to the Future 2? Millennium? Or An Innocent Man? Otherwise, I'm out of X rentals. Is it any of those? Every time I watch the Queen's Speech, I always think that my dad used to get back from the pub on Christmas Day. Okay, see, Indy lost his hat then. Although the VHS is a bit behind now instead of ahead. I think, yeah, this is the only. Although there's no way Ford or Indy survived this. You don't see him jump off and grab the vines. The vines aren't there. I'm calling shenanigans. Lots of trolls in the chat. You lot are nothing but trolls to me. I should sue them. It's a good one, Rob. I'm glad I picked up the trilogy on individual Blu-rays, possibly the last release from Paramount, as it's now Disney Lucasfilm. Yes, Disney Lucasfilm. They haven't made a profit on how long have they had it now? 10 years. They bought Disney. They bought Lucasfilm for $8 billion. I doubt they've made that back. I put a tape in the video today. It had loads of mold on it, and it was the clearest VHS tapes I've ever played. Yes, I don't have a problem with mold. It's on top of the tape. I know sometimes you get on the tape itself, but usually I just run it through a few times, and it's good as gold. It was over my nan and granddad's house. They have a dinner table in front of the TV, so it's all good. Nice. But yeah, good old Connery showing some emotions. How he really feels. It must be good bacteria. So yes, exactly. It's a good mold and bad mold. Oh, of course, Joker. Hang on. Sorry, yes, it was Batman. The pen is truly mightier than the sword. How did I not know that one? ITV had some bloody commercial breaks with Raiders when it premiered on Thames. At least the BBC had a straight run for. Yeah, it might have been edited with a few bits cut out. You went. Poor Elliot. Denham Elliot. No. It's a damn shame, yes. Well, see, they were only paper cards when I did video stores. They weren't rich enough to have a what do they call it? Laminating machine. I do have someone else's Blockbuster card. I tell you, I did have a Blockbuster card, but I got rid of it. I do have someone else's Blockbuster card, a keyring, a plastic bag with Blockbuster on, and a catalogue. I think that's it. Might be something else. Hey, Marty's back. I wonder what the universe is like. The Tash himself, Tom Selleck got the role of Indiana Jones. Maybe we've got the Shite series, Blue Bloods. I think I watched one episode, the first episode of Blue Bloods, because Tom Selleck, and I love Magnum, which I'm running through again now, watching that again. But yeah, I've never liked Blue Bloods. I know it's been cancelled now, much to his dismay. But Kevin Costner's new movie is going to get plastered. Yeah, because he's made a trilogy, and he's released the first part, which is 3 different stories that don't connect in the new film, and then it's just it's just a generic Western. People are saying so it's not good. But going back to Tom Selleck, yeah, because his I watched his interview, I guess it was, when I did the Raiders, his screen test, and he was very good because I know he did High Road to China, but that wasn't a patch on Indiana Jones. No wonder the tape plays well. CRC went with BASF, and then went the cheap route, standard cassette. Won't be able to. No, I might be able to tell you because this is the retail doesn't have a name. Neither the re-release. But check the other one when it comes out. I'll see if it's got a name on it. But it's definitely a good quality one. So, an hour and 40. So there's 25 minutes to get the Grail and get out. Horizon Pack, that's it. I remember my grandparents loved Sean Connery and James Bond. I think my nan would have left him for Sean. Indeed. I would have left him for someone for Sean. Breathing heavily. I'd love to know how they made these traps back in the day. And somehow it's a double trap because it cuts your head off and then cuts you up. If you, because it says only a penitent man will pass, but it says a penitent man will kneel before God. So if you kneel, it cuts your head off. So you have to be doubly quick. Oh, hang on. Missed that. There are some films that feel like they belong on BBC. Indiana Jones is one of them. Bond feel like ITV. That is true. Whenever I think of Bond on TV, it's always on ITV. I don't ever think of Channel 5 or... I know they've probably paid a lot of money to keep Bond on ITV. I still get slightly excited when I see it back. It is nice. I don't know if I've got any here. There's Batman. No. Nope. Package. Nope. Back to feature 2. And I've got a nice blue-headed one on. Well, there's no name on it. Millennium. Right. Yeah. See if I can find another one. Heaven's Gate is ready to hand Costner his stuff for biggest box office flop. Except Heaven's Gate was actually good. I don't know, it depends on which cut you see, I guess. But I don't think I've seen it that for a very long time. Because they called, Dancing with Wolves was called Kevin's Gate, wasn't it? And then he proved them wrong, but this one, not so much. I also recall the soldier's chopped head rolling down the stairs being cut from the Christmas Day premiere. That is probably very true. Anything nasty. And never think I'm common till I think of how much ITV stuff I used to watch as a kid. That means you're common? Oh dear. Yes, Costner's film hasn't opened well, and critics are bashing it. Makes it more inclined to see it at the cinema, but we'll see. The Trash Picture, yeah, they said it was a TV miniseries trying to be a film. That's it. Which would have made more sense. Release it as a TV series. He should have gotten Tyler Sheridan from Yellowstone to pen it, but they fell out. So yeah, that Horizon movie is going to be balls. Have you seen Trigger Effect with Elizabeth Shue? Doesn't ring a bell. I was strictly ITV when it came to after-school program. BBC was too middle class and felt like schooling. Yes, news round. I don't want to care about what's happening in the news. And then Blue Peter. I want a Tracy Island. I want to make bastard thing. Not that I ever got a Tracy Island. Jumanji feels like a Channel 5 movie. That is true. When Costa got the itch to make Horizon, someone has showed in the Postman in order to cool his jets. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Postman. I've given it 2 chances. I just realised there's another Elizabeth Shue film I have not seen. Yes, the lovely Elizabeth Shue. The Holy Grail cup scene was always an intense moment, not knowing which one it could be, but I suppose it would be the less beautiful appearing one. Yes. You chose wisely. Oh, Patrick just picked up the Criterion Blu-ray of Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, probably Sam Peckinpah's best outside the Wild Bunch. Don't think I've ever seen it. I would never have picked my Holy Grail, nor would I. Although it does show you in the picture earlier, it's just a plain cup, so a penitent man is humble before God. Oh dear, oh please. CPC was far superior. Oh, Mike's promoting the BBC now. Can't stand it normally. We had Art Attack with Neil Buchanan on ITV and Trapdoor. I think Pugwell 316 just done a video of Trapdoor, if you don't know what it is. It was a plasticine animation. Nightmare was on ITV because Grange Hill was on BBC, and that went shit after Zamo died. But the hosts were more interesting on BBC. Ian, did you know that ITV had rights? Only ITV had rights onto TV. No channel ever had. Showed Bond films. Only Sky for a while, but ITV got them back. Now BBC never had Bond. Yeah, I think even ITV showed the original Casino Royale and Never Say Never Again. Nice to see a lot of Peckinpah films that get 4Ks. Hopefully, Straw Dogs isn't far behind. Yeah, I've never seen that. That explains it like Bob. Like that. Explains it then, Bob. Likewise, I don't think I've ever seen the original Halloween on ITV. Only Channel 4 or BBC. The complexities of TV rights. Yeah, rights. Show stuff is crazy. Because I think Halloween 2 I saw on BBC 1. Halloween 1 I saw on BBC 2. I think that was a movie drum. Didn't the BBC show Never Say Never Again? Ah, there you go. Maybe. The dramas on CBBC were fire. I never watched dramas. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, yeah, there you go. D'Artagnan and the Musketeers. Hated that fucking film. TV show, but I always watched it. Nothing else on. Don't forget Spats, Roundabout, Palace Hill, and All Change with Frankie Howard. Oh, doesn't... Oh, CTV... I never checked. I guess ITV and BBC have given up on kids' shows because they've got their own channels now, haven't they? And Mysterious Cities of Gold. I didn't mind that one. Or Ulysses. No, actually, I hated Ulysses. But I watched it anyway. Both CBC and CWT had amazing shows back in the 80s, to be fair. The shows that made us. That is also true. I'm pretty sure... Oh, was it... what was the Pat Sharp show? With the two lovely ladies. I'm pretty sure the first time I saw Halloween was on ITV. It was late 1993, there you go. I think mine was a bit earlier than that. Ulysses 31. It was on BBC, and that had a super catchy intro, so I guess it did. Yes, Ian. Both CBC and CITV were great shows during that era. Yeah, I hate to see what they're like now. Free time on ITV was the bomb. Y'all. Funhouse. Thank you, Ian. Right, let me just check if there's any bats. Squishing my stickers. Oh, there we go. We have one. Only a leap from the lion's head. Oh, I nearly removed me. There you go. There you go. There is a BASF tape. Ooh, Shave's not in 3D. But that is a CIC release, so from 89. So its odds are this one is probably the same. So yes, very good special effect here where they show Indy walking this, where they had to superimpose the matte painting over him. Our Mysterious Cities of Gold, yes. Another one I watched begrudgingly because there was nothing else on. Oh, there you go. CITV channel got closed down recently. Yeah, I didn't see any point to it when they got the... Oh, is that the channel? Or just... I guess they can't compete with Nickelodeon and Fox Kids. If they're still a thing. Some pretty cutting edge CGI for 89, yes, because the transformation when the guy ages rapidly is a CGI. It goes from models and etc. But the main bit with the eyes going in and stuff was morphing technique. And they got this great night. Oh, CITV officially ended last year. That's end of an era. CITV was oh, Woof. Oh dear, I hated Woof. I hated Emu. Grot bags. Hated Teabag. I did like Danger Mouse, Duckling, Batfink. Maybe I should do a reminiscence live stream. CITV and BBC. All those shows I used to watch. Hang on. BBC had Thundercats and Dungeons and Dragons. So there you go. That's sold. That's a good point. A long time to wait. Yeah, he's just been sat in this cave for 1,000 years reading a book. One book he's got. Doesn't even have a toilet in the place. I missed the Book Tower and Children of Stones plus Chalky. Chalky, is that the character Jim Davidson used to play? There's Chalky's children, wasn't there? Chalky's children, isn't it? Isn't it weird how David Jason voiced so many of those Cosgrove Hole animations? Did he have shares in the company? He probably did own the company, didn't he, by the end? Good old Duckula. So here we go. But which one is it? You must choose. So yeah, you get all through those, and then you have to choose the correct cup. How many piles of dust are there? Oh, I guess they're the first. Oh, BBC shows started at 3:15. Who could get home that quick? Yeah, well, in my day, they started later at 3:55, and I think sometimes before them they had a music video, like extended music videos of what is it, War of the Worlds, and sometimes, damn, what's the song? We don't need no education. For some reason, they had that, and the War of the Worlds animation music videos, the long ones, or 30 minutes, 60 seconds to get off. No, 5 minutes to get from London to Brighton for some, if you wanted to see that. Oh, Toad, Wind of the Willows, yeah, Will of the Wisp and stuff like that. Oh yeah, he did Toad. Beep beep, or Peep Peep, isn't it? Then poor Dungeons and Dragon kids never got home. Still got an annual of theirs in the loft. Bloody hell, I remember the Book Tower. Wasn't that Bernard Breslau? I don't remember the Book Tower. I miss Saturday morning entertainment. The shows that used to be on BBC One and ITV, like what's up, Doc, Wackaday Live, and Wackaday Live and Kicking and Going Live. Yes, indeed, that's the ones I watched. What do you think of the RoboCop movies? 1 and 2 are great. 3 in the remake are not so great, and the straight to TV movies aren't so good either. And then, oh, I don't feel too well. Gasps. She knows. She's laughing at him. But Ulysses did make it home, Andy. Oh, good. They finished that one. Yorkshire TV made the Book Tower every week. It was a different presenter. Okay. They were just trying to do Jack and Nori, weren't they? My primary school was just down the hill from where I lived, so I didn't really have to rush. I would often go home for dinner time because I lived so close to school. Nice. I lived a mile from my primary school, down country roads. So I had to cycle. Oh, I used to walk before I could cycle. So there was no pavements or anything. So it's just me on my own at 9 or 10 walking this mile. Wouldn't let my son do that now. My after-school shows were Transformers, He-Man, G.I. Joe, and sometimes we watched The Three Stooges or a Lauren Hardy movie. The only ones of those I watched was He-Man. I didn't watch any of the others. I don't know why. See, hang on. We're missing. This is Indiana Jones, not bloody Memory Lane. CITV, He-Man and She-Ra, BBC had Banana Man, IS4C had Super Ted, Dog Tannin on both. Was on both, that was it. Also Our Gang. Anyone remember Dark Tower, the boy from space? Badger? No. Because I never watched the dramas. I couldn't stand the dramas. Sam in Quantum Leap never got home either. No, alleged. Well, I don't know, because you have chosen wisely. Because I don't know if the remake series or continuation series is still going. Although Scott Bakula said he was never going to be in it, but I guess they could fake it somehow. I still can't get over. I had a choice between Wind in the Willows and Knight Rider. Viewmaster. Oh, Viewmaster. I picked Wind in the Willows. Oh, for shame, Savoy. Poor Julian melting face. Yeah. I don't know. It's never said in the rules anyway that the Holy Grail would fix bullet wounds or anything. It just says it eternal life. It doesn't say a good one. Is Donovan's face, Donovan's death stronger from a scare point compared to the soul deaths in Raiders? Raiders is always a lot worse. Because it still makes me grimace now, the Raiders melting face. Because he turns to dust very quickly, so he's not as gooey. Memory Lane. What about Puddle Lane? We're off to Puddle Lane. Go away. Do you remember? Oh, Dramarama. Yes. I occasionally watch it. I don't remember. Like I said, I don't watch dramas. I'm a real man. I'll stick up for the rubbish films, but the RoboCop remake is super underrated. I was very disappointed when I saw that in the cinema. I don't think he even kills anyone, does he? Because when he does the big shootout in the factory, I think he uses rubber bullets. Man speaking foreign language, run away. Have you seen PK and the Kid with Molly Ringwald? It's an arm wrestling movie like Over the Top. No, I've never heard of that. Is it any good? I like it too, even though it was PG-13, 12. Okay, that was RoboCop. Yeah, RoboCop. I would nearly watch that this week, but we have all regretted to our childhoods now. The entire chat is sitting here with our teddy bears, blankets, our misty eyes over our favourite kid shows that wouldn't get shown today. Julian got a better death scene in this than in James Bond. Oh, that's it. Don't go over the seal, love. So this whole set was raised, and then they could split it open, and then, like it does now, and then they could move it all back into position, but it took 20 minutes, which is not bad, because, yeah, it raises, it lowers, it moves, and then joins seamlessly. So it's not bad going. Anyone remember Our Backyard? No. Never heard of it. You're confusing Puddle Lane with Button Moon. We're off to Button Moon, yes. What's the Puddle Lane song? Sorry. It's late. I'm trying to be watching Elsa die. A hot blonde gets sucked into a hole. It's not just me. So yeah, there's two people that like it. The RoboCop remake was awful. F in awful, says Rob. You mean went off the Button Moon? No, look at everyone dissing me. I'm going to cry on my bed tonight. The fact RoboCop in the remake doesn't die makes it even more messed up. Yeah, they missed so many tricks. Indiana. Leave it. Let it go. Robin of Sherwood. Love that show. And produced by HTV in Bristol. See, I never liked Robin of Sherwood either. Despite having, two different actors. Connery Jr. came into that one. Button Moon, lol. Such dummy harder. Puddle Lane had the Wizardler. Yeah, I remember Puddle Lane. The little, is it a Welsh dragon? No, see here, you. Yes, Neil Innes from the Rootles. Not a skittle band, it's a group. But no, that was Backbeat. No Nosy Bonk, The Stuff of Nightmares. Yeah, that was. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? Gareth used the respect and influence you have over us and command the chat to get back last week to say yes. I'm cutting all ties with anyone that mentions any BBC films or kids' shows from now on. All the interiors out of the Star Wars and Indiana Jones were done at Elstree, which is just used to film EastEnders nowadays, sadly. Yes, that's I heard. Canon overexpended and lost a lot of money and had to sell Elstree, I think, or demolishing one of them. I only realised I can spot people from Bristol on how they say because. I'll have to see if I can notice that. I don't do Bristol. Whizbit. This way, that way, this way. Whizbit. Nope, not going there. Go away, Bob. I like them. Yes, Robin of Sherwood. Dum dum. I think they released that as a single, didn't they? Gruey, Simon and the Witch. Johnny Biggs, Jossie's Giants. I hated all of them, but I watched them because there's nothing else on. At least Spielberg hired the best production designer, Elliot Scott. Excellent choice. Is he still with us? Because I don't think Mr. Slocum is. All right, here we go. I've got a lot of fond memories of that dog. And, oh, just gone up 3 subs in 10 minutes. Not bad. But, right, where do we get to? What was his name? Elliot Scott. Because, lost in his own museum, eh? After you, Junior. Yes, sir. And the franchise ended right here. Dun, dun, and then we get da, 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 da. We got the full Raiders March, everything all inclusive. Is it 1T? I have a problem with Elliot and 1T. Art director, there he is. And he has he passed away in 93. Bloody hell, he's young in there. He was born in 1915. There it's Alex Hyde White. That's who played Indy's dad. And he's the one from Biggles. And here comes the perfect ending to a perfect trilogy. Exactly. Second unit director was Frank Marshall before he did Alive and Arachnophobia. Now I think the riding off into the sunset wasn't in the original script. It was done in post production. So that I don't think that's the actors. Grew up to make a porno film, 9 songs. He has a massive schlong. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, sure it is. It's a trilogy, nothing more. Damn shame we haven't had another film, but they would have ruined it if they didn't. Stunt coordinator Vic Armstrong. Final controller George Marshall, no relation. Didn't Carl Pinkerton go here once? Elliot Scott did crazy set from Dragon's Lair. Welsh slate had to be shipped in bulk at considerable cost. Oh dear. Look, set decorator Peter Howitt. Any relation? Or is it the same person? Special effects floor supervisor. Everyone gets mentioned in this. Right on, there you go. There's a lot of... there's a good 5 minutes of change hand riggers special effects was the Skinners. I actually like Crystal Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Oh, there you go. There's bits I like. A perfectly good trilogy with 2 unnecessary bad sequels. Yes. Assistant to Mr. Spielberg, Secretary to Mr. Spielberg, Camel Horsemaster, Mr. Ford Standing with Jack Dillove, Armorers, Unit Nurse Lee Chin Tai, whatever, HOD Standby Plasterer. As with only film sources, nobody should ever come back after riding off into the sunset. Exactly. They messed up too. Let them go, win their millions. Everyone's happy. Oh no, they lost all their millions and come back. Boo. I love when a film has the last part and they make another film like... yes. So how many... Well, Final Friday, and we had the final chapter of Fridays, and they still went on. Gareth Tandy was first assistant director in London. Oh, see, now it's playing up where everyone probably stopped it by now. I should probably give Triumph a rewatch. I hated it as a kid. I remember it being shot in Wales. There you go. I need to give it a watch. So yeah, they filmed in Spain as well in this. I do feel like for Frank Marshall, married to that bitch Kennedy. Yes, she did work on this. I think we missed it. I think she's just like part of the team. So yes, Jordan, with thanks to their majesties King Hussein and Queen Noor and the people of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. Oh, there you go. Production executive Kathleen Kennedy. There she is in America. They didn't give her too much to do apart from fetch coffees. Dragon's Lair is pretty good. The Go motion effects look unmatched until Jurassic Park. That's a good point. I need to find the original footage for Jurassic Park. Have you seen Family Business with Sean Connery? Yes. Was it Sean Connery, Dustin Hoffman, and Ferris Bueller? Snake Wrangler, David Macmillan. But yeah, it's pretty good, that one. North Wales. My wife knew the costume designer out of Dragon's Lair. Great score by the late Alex North, who did Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. I watched a film today where the gaffer was called Alan Smithy. Never seen a gaffer that wanted his name off a movie before. That's crazy, yeah. I want nothing to do with this film. Take my name off. Family Business. It's good fun. I haven't seen it for a while. Donovan's Digital Compositing. Duck Smythe. Puppet Engineers. Rotoscopers. It's got them all. It's weird how Kathleen Kennedy has been around for years, but she's only been infamous in the last 10 years. Yes. They handed her the keys to the kingdom, literally, and she fucking burned it down. Young Henry. Alex Hyde White. There he is. Mrs. Donovan is Mrs. Glover. So whether that's any relation. Scouts. No names leap out at me. Pat Roach is Gestapo. There you go. Stunts. Dickie Beer. Simon Crane, I know. Tipping. He was a famous British stuntman who died quite young. Bronco McLaughlin. Don't know him. But yes. And then Steve Lambert is there. Bless him. But that is it. And then there's a song, You've Got a Sweet Little Headache by Benny Goodman. Just a Gigolo. And photographed at Canon Elstree Studios, Boringham, England. And Spain, Italy, Germany, Petra, Jordan, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, Texas, and California. Based on the characters created by George Lucas and Philip Kaufman. Oh. And we're done. Right. It's a school night. We'll go through these comments and then we'll let you go. Tomorrow it's Spaceballs with Puggle. Spaceballs. I like to think Kathleen Kennedy must have been useful. Then she got corrupted by the dark side of power. She's a moral machine than a woman twisted and evil. Well, yes, because I did ask director. What's his name now? Where is he? Brian Levant, because she produced Flintstones. He said she was a lovely person. Couldn't do enough to help you. But then people have said that back then she just had to throw the name Steven Spielberg at anyone and they would help them. But I still love the interview. Connery and then said, "Okay, to hit a woman," and he said, "Yes, it's all right to give them a slap." As was it? What Bronson says. Was it the Twilight movie, Dave? Okay. Put a chick in it and make it gay and lame. Yes, that's exactly what they've done. Well, they've made it. They doubled, tripled, 100 down on Acolyte, haven't they? And Clever of Gay Witches. The only good thing about the fourth indie movie was Karen Allen's return, yeah, and she was wasted. I don't know, she was even more wasted in Dial of Destiny. She said she was supposed to have a lot bigger part. And then what she turns out to say, I'm back at the end. It's like, oh my god, oh dear. Oh, I see. I get it now. 4K. Oh, there's a 4K of Dragon's Lair. Stunning. And it's bloody Paramount. I was disappointed with that Southwest special. They lost then. Yeah, they did seem to go both sides thing. But I guess it is true. Some Star Wars fans can go a bit too bad. Who was the Dolly Grip best boy? It's in the credits. Yes, I still need to find out what a grip is. I believe they're electricians, aren't they? Or is that gaffers? Yeah, Gaffer is the boss. It was a cheap film with a bloke who played Tron in it. Like when Bond slaps the girl's bum in Goldfinger says, "Man talk." Not sexist at all. No, she enjoyed it. She laughs. Have you seen Shoot the Moon? Doesn't ring a bell. Well, the name rings a bell, but I don't think I've seen it. But yeah, that's the voices. Thanks, everyone. That's what. It's an Alan Parker film. Is it that the one? Yes. We'll find out next time. Tomorrow night with Spaceballs. Hang on, I'll show you the tape. It's just finishing rewinding. No, it hasn't. Right. And yes, it's a bass. We have a wiener. So there we go. Excellent. Well, I enjoyed myself, even though I was alone, and I had the lovely chat with me. So good night, Ben. Good night, Dr. Impossible. Thank you, Andy. Good night. See you on the next one, if you can be bothered. Loved watching. Happy 35th anniversary to the last indie movie. Indeed, yes. Happy 35th, bloody hell, 35 years ago. Good night, all. Enjoy school tomorrow. Hurry home for CBBC and CITV. Indeed. Might find out what happens in Dungeons and Dragons. May the Schwartz be with you. Night all. See you, friends. Oh, same time tomorrow. Mike's going to be here. I shoot them in. Hang on. That deserves something bad.
Fuck you! Fuck you! And fuck you! Who's next?
No, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to comment on that. Is there going to be a baseball sequel? Technically, yes. Well, they say, but what's it? Mel Brooks just had a birthday, didn't he? He's late 90s now, isn't he? Still trying to be funny, but yeah. There was a Spaceballs animated series that was a sequel, but it was more parodying the Phantom Menace, and it wasn't good. But we'll discuss that tomorrow. So yeah, good night, Bob. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, Sally. Thanks, everyone. Good night, and get to bed, wherever you are. Night-night.